Hello and welcome everyone back to Dumbass Class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players as always, as we jump into yet another episode. In the last episode, there was some talk about fetuses that we won't go back into at the moment. Watch the last episode if you wanna hear about that. Some things were done, and a new toy was confirmed. I don't think Cray's actually got the server tool out of the box yet, but when he does, we know what's coming out. In chat, because we are on a Thursday here, not a Tuesday as usual. But in chat, we did have a plan that had been laid out, which it's highly feasible. It's highly feasible. So we will kind of jump in. I believe this is right. So we will jump in on day 145 as I imagine Heinrich wakes up in the far nicer building within Izmir, the old leader's house. Wakes up. Perhaps he goes and gets ready to get a cup of recaf from the trader outside. You can already smell breakfast in the air as he looks out through the window and across the mountain range to where he knows the slave camp is. A small chill comes over him. He looks at his bare shoulders and thinks to himself, I want my coat. Damn it, I'm getting back my stuff.
All my cool shit is over there, including my fucking carapace armor.
So with the discovery that the Izmirians just need time, that Cray is busily tinkering with his new toy, which he has at least made some reference to. This will be amazing once it is revealed. A plan has just been formulated. So Heinrich goes forth, rounds up the crew, mainly finds Cooney scratching her head watching the Izmirians go about their day, trying to figure out if this is normal or if this is just like special. As Cray is found in his workshop, perhaps he's getting ready to open the box. Perhaps he's still savouring the moment of that crisp out of the box, toy feeling. But anyway, he's dragged away. So I'm going to go on to a different map, and I'm going to bring you all over. It's going to look surprisingly familiar. So, this is a duplicate of the world map. You can draw on it.
It's still got my lines on it.
It has. It is an exact duplicate. So, actually, I should have. So I do need to change it a little bit. So, as the plan is being formulated, Cray takes out a piece of paper. Last time we did this, it was on like a hide. I think he's upgraded now. He probably got a piece of paper from the Sky Tower or something, a notebook. Takes out a piece of paper and begins drawing what was meant to be a rough map, but Mechanicus don't like doing things in rough. I need to hide some bits. I want to go to hide. So this is going to be far more based off of what Cray's internal map has seen.
Excellent.
Technically, well, I suppose he probably has seen that. Let's not close that off. He hasn't seen any of that there. He's seen very little over here. Yeah, that's about right. What Cray's internal map. Well, maybe you lose a bit over here as well. What his internal map would kind of be drawn out as.
And the other places?
No, so this is because you're attacking the mining camp. This is what this discussion will come about. Like, I imagine Heinrich's kind of come in, gathered you all, told Cray to draw up a map of this area, and gather recaf to get Thomas and Muttermouth in here and all the useful people, and he's going about the as your captain, we will attack the slave camp, or however he's gonna deliver it. So this is going to be you coming up with your plan for capturing the slave camp.
Okay. Right.
Question: would we be able to get the boat through the mine?
No, we talked. I think we talked about this last time. No.
So Cray, from your previous experience of being in the mine, your servitor, because you know the dimensions of it, even though it's still in the box, is going to be too big. Your servitor will struggle to get through it might, if you invest time to, mine it out more. When you get to the collapse, you're going to have to mine it out anyway. But yeah, if you wanted to bring your servitor through the tunnels, you're going to have to do extra mining. Let's put it that way.
It's a big servitor.
I believe it's hulking.
Well.
I believe it's hulking, or it should be hulking.
I mean, that's kind of what I was saying there. Was because the mine would get us closer into the camp immediately for a melee. I was hang on.
So as a reminder, because it has been a long time,
there was a drop down into the mine, wasn't there?
No. So you guys were housed in a ruined building. You left the ruined building in the mornings. You marched through to the mine site and then down underground. So it was about an hour march from the mine site to the camp buildings as they are.
Yeah. Okay. That might not be a bad idea. It's going to be the fastest route to get there.
How exactly? Through the ruins or?
Yeah, through
over the river.
Well, that's up on this plateau, isn't it? It's like rather than at the
it's across.
The ruins at the bottom, and we have to go up, whereas the river would have to go up as well.
So the ruins take you directly through the mountain range. The mining camp is on the other side, so you would possibly there is a cut in the mountain range from the rivers, or the rivers are coming up from underneath, from natural springs. You know for a fact that there is an underground tunnel. You do know kind of for a fact that there is a, you could go round it. Actually go in. Well, yeah, fine. I'll stay green. You could come off this. You could go up this way, and around, and then you could use your boat. Then you could use your boat.
We can't see over here.
Oh, yeah.
You cut that off specifically because we haven't been right that side.
Yeah, and then I drew an arrow in the actually.
So what you're saying is there's a possibility of going this way. We just haven't been there yet.
So what I was getting at is you do have a boat, and up here, oh god, where's just the measuring? There it is. For God's sake.
Why did you open the turn?
I don't know. I didn't click on the turn. I swear I clicked on the rule. Is it still not giving me the...
No, it is the ruler. That's the ruler.
That is the ruler.
I just saw it. Yeah, there you go.
So because you've been over here, you know that there is an ocean, and you know that there are rivers that go down.
Yep.
So you could possibly get your boat, but you'd have to go this way. I should have just done this. You'd have to go this way to find the ocean to then connect somewhere round to get back down to here. Much longer way, obviously. But then you could use your boat, possibly.
I mean, it's. Are we using the boat because we want to use the boat, or are we using the boat because we want the weapons?
Bit of both, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to use it if you are like, no, we're not going to use the boat, then you don't have to worry about going that way.
Yeah, we can use the weapons from the boat. It's just well, to be fair, it's also good cover, kinda. As in, it's better than no cover. It is a boat.
Don't forget the boat also has 2 extra heavy weapons next to the...
Oh, I'm so glad I did that on a copy. It got rid of everything.
Yep.
Oh. That just nuked the whole fucking thing. Okay.
In all fairness, we don't really...
Can you control Z it?
Yeah, no, control Z. Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Wow, this. Okay.
Is that all it put back?
He really did not like our roads. Fucking hell.
I'm so glad I made a copy of the map.
Oof, this one hurts.
So where's the eraser then? Where's the ability to remove what you've drawn?
You literally just you click on it or hover
You need to
over
click on it, pixel hunt it, click it, and then press delete.
Yep.
It's a pain in the arse.
Actual eraser for some fucking reason. And it's been however long.
Because that would be the sensible thing. That would be quality of service.
I can't even click on it.
Can you hover over it? Like, can you grab it?
No.
You can't even grab it? You can't draw a square over it. To get it.
Yeah, I can draw a square over it, but that won't let me pick it up.
No, you have to like then pixel hunt it, but if you hover over it like that, you can just delete.
Yeah, no, it won't let me do it.
The fuck?
It deleted
What
everything
is wrong
else.
with your
I don't know. Ever since I clicked on that accept beta options, it's kind of not that kind of beta. I didn't want you to go and fucking ruin me. Fine, we'll just clear it all then. Be gone.
Just do it very simple.
Hang on. It didn't get rid of.
I just redrew that.
No. The drawing I did earlier, the thing that I actually wanted to get rid of, it didn't get rid of it.
That's still there.
It did actually just leave that. I thought it put that there when I controlled Z. Control Z.
Oh no, the arrow? The green arrow,
the arrow.
It did. It came back. Only it came back. Everything else disappeared.
Hang on, what?
Yeah.
Hang on. Huh? Why can I don't know. I'm just going to ignore it. So, how would you like to go about this? Are you just going to do like your strike team, just you guys? Are you going to take some of the named characters of Izmir? Are you just going to take some laborers to do the mining and some fodder?
Since I can't say this in any form correctly, And in my defense, you started with describing this. How easy is it to detect the defective stock? Like the ones with the mutations.
So now that you know exactly what genetic code it is, you should be able to do it with a blood test. So take a blood sample of each person in Izmir, mark out whose is whose and what's. Put it in the machine. The machine will do a blood test and a DNA read, and it'll say, you know, who has been and who hasn't. You would have some premise. You'd be able to cut your search down because it's only been in the last 18 years. It's only been in the last few years that this blessing has been happening more often.
Okay.
Your logic is like over 100, so it's you were probably going to pass it anyway. You want to look for the younger breeding stock. Let's leave it at that, shall we? The younger individuals in Izmir would probably be where you should start your testing.
Oh boy. The ones that have the less rough skin.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start with
but for now, we are working on the assault on.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
this is
basically,
because
to finish my train of thought, I will basically pick the ones we do not want to breed and use them as fodder, because we will need some mass.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you also want to go with the meat shield approach. Okay, so we've got
I mean, is it that form of ablative armor?
Yeah, no, it is a very 40k.
Sandbags.
Yeah, having extra hands on deck.
Infantry. The 3 forms of tank armor.
Have the Izmirians carry sandbags into the battle, which it will protect them. So we've got 1 vote for the meat shield, and yeah, you can. It'll probably take you like a few hours work to pick out the breeders. Let's put it that way. So yeah, we've got 1 vote for the meat shield. Heinrich, Cooney, would you like to weigh in on how many people you'd like to take? Meat shield tactic, or are you going to try and be a bit more scalpel?
I think Cooney would prefer a more precise and more elite team rather than just rushing in. So
I'm sitting here like that kid that looks like fucking Dora the Explorer. I like both.
Okay, so we've got 1 vote for more of an elite strike squad or strike group.
I mean,
I am
don't
sitting in the middle,
they
and I am
have. Don't
why can't
forget
we
they have Space Marines.
Yeah.
At least one is confirmed. That is true.
There's at least 1, and his boss, allegedly.
So Heinrich, what would
question?
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt. How fast can our carts go?
It can go 64 squares a day.
No. I meant in tactical speed.
Oh, that's a good point.
It technically doesn't have stats for combat. Because for one, Rogue Trader doesn't do vehicle combat.
If you steal from Dark Heresy First Edition.
Yeah, I can. So I can bodge a system
no, hang on.
together. It is
Hang on,
doable to bodge a system together. Yeah, currently the car doesn't have any tactical stats. It is just a stripped down vehicle with servitors as engines. You don't have any armor on it. Not really.
There are vehicle stats. But they're fairly simplistic. But they do work alongside a lot of the.
I don't think you have I don't even think you have operate in.
No, you do. Yeah, we do.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I have it.
No, I wasn't sure if you actually had it as an option to roll, but yeah, if you have operate, then yeah, you can technically.
Yeah, I have drive ground vehicles, spacecraft.
I have drive ground vehicle. I even have it trained.
Okay.
Yeah. So have I. Hey!
So what were you thinking with the vehicle? Because for one, the technically I suppose you could just drive it around the map whilst you're firing, technically.
I would probably... I'm looking at some of the stats here. Like, majority of the ground vehicles are in Into the Storm. Yeah. Majority of the ground vehicles are Into the Storm.
Maybe it was Dark Heresy that doesn't have rules.
No, even Dark Heresy got them eventually. Oh no, sorry, Dark Heresy First Edition doesn't have them, but they were basically the fan mod became canon.
Yeah, I know a few of them have had jerry-rigged systems or vehicles put in, but so what were you? Because it's the boat that has the weaponry attached to it. You might be able to put a weapon on the car if you destroyed the roof.
There's no sense for boats.
Question: is there room for the servitor on the boat, or does it take a turret space with it being hulking?
Doesn't take a turret space.
I think it's a valid question.
The servitor probably won't fit in the car because it's like trying to...
the boat as well?
The boat it can, because there's an open deck area where it can just stand, and it takes up a lot of room. It's like having an Ogren stood around just taking up space. You probably could create a cage. So I'm thinking of like building a seat on the back of the car so the servitor basically sits on the boot or in the boot as the car drives along. So you could alter the car to carry the servitor. On the boat, like I said, it can stand in the open part of the deck.
Okay. Oh, Jim's having power difficulties. Did he fucking blow up a transformer again?
I won't say what came to my mind, but I'll just,
You can always write it.
No, I won't. That would take too long. So Heinrich. So Heinrich,
yes?
I need a vote from you. How would you like to use your? How would you like to use your forces? I've already
stated mine multiple times. I am pro both sides, and I want to use both.
Okay. Fair enough.
If we have a surgical team as our command squad and have a small to medium-sized group of basically fodder that can take care of the standard units while we make use of actually cutting the head of the serpent.
So are we
rather
talking?
Not stabbed in the back by a horde of fucking degenerates and mutants.
Are we talking 10 Izmirian citizens as your meat shield?
I would. So how many? We have the named characters. Like I wouldn't mind having some named characters stay behind to look after the place to make sure everything doesn't go to shit.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get to we'll get to who's running these squads and who's doing what, when, where. So are we going for 10 Izmirian citizens, or do you want more in your meat shield group?
How many Izmirian citizens even are there? They're like how many? Like roughly, it's like they're.
Yeah, I think roughly there's like 100 of them, give or take.
Right. So I'm thinking 15 maybe.
So 15 Izmirian citizens.
15 cattle or chattel basically, and then
So Operation Meat Shield. So yeah, Meat Shield. 15, and they are the citizens. You want an elite squad.
So we have our guys who are actually equipped in armor and have actual swords and shields.
Yes. How many do you want to take number-wise in the elite squad?
Right, well,
we're talking 10, 15, 5. Where the fuck are they?
I think at most we have is 10. The most we have is currently 10, and at least 2 of them are out of commission at the moment. So I'm thinking 1 per player.
Oh no,
character,
you've got more. You've got more blood
shit.
skinners.
Here we go again.
Than just 10. There's.
Oh yeah, but only 10 of them are actually equipped with swords and armor.
I think it might be a few more with weapons. It's definitely 10 for armor.
No, there's more with weapons, but there's only 10 who we have actually equipped to be like the actual police force of Smear.
Yes.
So I'm thinking 5 of them and a couple of the blood skinners, like 5 of the actual armored guys.
Oh no, so they're all blood skinners now. So whenever you upgrade the blood skinners, all the blood skinners that come with you have that equipment. So
okay, no, but that's I didn't want to take all of the guys with the armor. So like 5 of the guys with the armor, 5 of the guys who weren't armored.
Sure, you can do that. You have so not exactly consistently or for a long time, but there are some blood skinners who could per se actually have, range. They're not particularly good with it, but they've had a crappy broken las gun for a few days that they've been able to.
I would take them out in the fields and actually get them to shoot a fucking target.
I mean, maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't mind if we spread this out over the course of weeks. Like, if the preparations for this, like, it does take game days.
The way it's going in my head is that you're in your little conference room with, maybe Muttermouth and Thomas are there. Maybe you've also brought in Anus and one of the Timmies or something like that. And you're going over what you need and what everything. And this is where you're seeing where you're falling short. Okay, well, actually, hang on.
Yeah.
Craig, you need to get some ranged weapons for the Izmirians. Or Cooney, you need to go and train them. Or this. Okay, we need to do this logistic shit before we, go off and actually do the mission. So this is what's being done now in your planning, brainstorming of the operation. So if you need to run out and get extra armor or extra weapons, or you can do it.
You know what? Yeah. Okay. No, we're gonna start planning this, and we're gonna go back to the fucking Sky Tower and spend some more of this capital we have, as well as I'm gonna talk to some people. Cray, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need the perpetual motion engine.
What are you planning?
We're going to recruit some of the Sisters of Battle in exchange for that tapestry.
Okay, and what do you want the perpetual motor thingy for?
Because we need that to power them. We need them to recharge up their suits because they're currently on dwindling power supplies.
Ah, okay.
That's going to be unless we can use another way that doesn't reveal our hand immediately, or
So
unless we
you do have another
again,
option.
We could try and like get them to lower the shield so we can use that power.
So you have been working towards that goal with the deacon. So you only need to do a few more charisma tests, basically persuasion tests, to persuade him to. Now, if you link the two together, so it's you need this power for X, and you're going to go and fight the enemies of Y. Sling that together in your argument, and you might be able to convince him to.
I do think we could take a portion of their people to assist in the fight, and it could be an absolute. It could be. We don't know precisely how many people are at the mining camp, do we? But we know they have some pretty fucking decent weaponry. Like that fucking scrap.
Cray,
is.
Give me a logic test. Because Cray would be the one who's most likely to remember, or to be able to go back into his memories and be like, well, there's one, two.
Actually has an eidetic fucking memory trait.
Oh, if you actually have a trait like that, then yeah, you could roll a logic test as well. Oh.
I do not. I don't think I get anything like that, despite being a fucking rogue trader who needs to remember shit.
So with 7 degrees of success, Cray, you're thinking that there was about 50 or so. You've already encountered some of them in the raids and killed. Yep. You don't know exactly if they've been getting resupplied or if there were more or less of them that you didn't see.
We didn't really notice any ships coming down, right? Because we talked about this last time. We didn't notice ships coming back and forth because it would have been a noticeable event.
No one has mentioned anything to you.
I will disseminate that amongst the meeting. Basically, it's like, do you know of anyone who has spotted sky beasts flying to the camp?
So Anus and maybe a Timmy, not very handy with this conversation. However, Thomas and Muttermouth. Muttermouth tells you it's like every few months that there's a contrail in the sky. That there's you might see a contrail that comes down and then it stops, and he's never actually seen the shuttle itself, but he has seen the line of its descent. Thomas would say that he has seen something in the sky, and he has seen the contrail. He saw the contrail and then something coming away from it. And yeah, that he sees them every few months, every maybe 3 months or so, that there's a line in the sky that isn't a cloud.
And they use the Terran Standard month, don't they? Say roughly.
Yes.
Yeah. Terran Standard is like fucking 20 for some reason, but yeah.
Yeah, this world for luck of the galactic universe is exactly like Terra. Because it makes it easy.
There is 10% of the fucking worlds in 40k are Terran Standard, so it's fine.
Honestly, I've seen books where the adventure takes place on a world where the world has 36 hours in it, and there's other worlds where it's like 5 hours, or I couldn't keep track of all that shit. I just know
it can be difficult, but having Terran Standard is one of the easiest way to.
It is. That's why there's so many Terran Standards.
We can also hand wave it away. It's like, oh, we use the local time, but we just converted to Terran Standard because we're used to Terran Standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear someone talk to you in Imperial units, you convert to metric or vice versa.
So
Oh, yeah,
what
so-
is Terran Standard Time again?
Human time,
overtime.
our time, 24
time.
hours a day, 24 hours for a day,
Yeah.
60 minutes. 60 minutes in an hour.
I don't know.
Roughly.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, but it's just how it is. So you want
No, I'm on Tal, but,
go?
it's a joke.
This is Terran standard. not
Well,
fucking
we beat
Hive
it
standard. I
in
don't-
you when you were
Fuck is this?
discovered by the Mechanicus
Look.
when you were still cave dwellers.
Listen here, Tal. There's 10% chance that this maths the humans are talking about that you go, holy shit, that aligns exactly with our world. What? 10% chance. So for each of your worlds, all 6 of them, so you're going to go and get some mercenaries from try and get some mercenaries from the Sky Tower. Are we going to add this into a different squad?
Yes.
So we're going to do a mercenary elite squad as a.
Yeah. So we'll have the.
Oh look, that spells out me. And then that'll be the squad that I'll be controlling as well. So we've got 15 meat shields from Izmir. We've got 10 elite, quote unquote, from Izmir. Preferably 5 weapon skill and 5 ballistic skill. So 2 of the jobs at the moment is Cray, you need to get some more las guns. And Cooney, you need to train your Izmirians to be better shooters.
Literally taking them out of the field and going, okay, hit this target at short range, hit this target at long range, and hit this target in the middle.
So take notes of that.
We could go Morian Guard and drill them in volley fire.
Yeah, could do that as well. Fuck.
This is true. If you want however, so when this starts, actually, I'll go from there. When this starts, obviously each group is going to need someone to control them. So either your group is going to stay, loosey-goosey, you're going to run around and do whatever the hell you want, or you're going to have to take control of one of the squads and lead them into battle and tell them what to do and where. Or a named character will lead your men into battle. That's where like Anus and Timiz can come in.
Timmer.
I'll train and control the ranged units.
So no, this is just the start of what you'll do. So
Yeah.
that would be the
Honestly,
elite squad.
Having
Cooney.
the blood skinners use like how many las guns have we got?
Yeah,
Like scrap
that
or
was
las.
something I needed to ask.
I'll be.
Right now, I
Yeah.
would need to take inventory. I think about 2 or 3.
I mean,
Let me
if I
check.
with 4 dudes with guns, that's already a lot better than just me.
I have 1 lasgun on me.
I'm looking at the card. Let me see what I can find.
I used a fuckload for the scrap multi-loss.
Yep. Oh, we have glass pistols.
We do have loss.
We
I
do have glass
have
pistols.
1 spare lasgun, I believe.
So las pistols are what, 30-meter range, and they can be paired with the sword. Sword. So like for 6 of
We
these
could
guys,
also always go Soviet style with the Winchesters and say you pick up the weapon from the fallen enemies or your comrades.
I think I'd rather train the Izmirians with
The
sword and
last was
pistol.
more of a joke.
Because no, I know. It's just that I don't think I want to have a permanent group of long range people.
No.
Izmirians,
So Jim,
for just this mission.
Jim, this
No,
if
let
you
me
guys
finish.
if you guys wanted to, you don't. These are just throwaway troops. They're not your special units.
I got that. What I was going to say is, since we're probably being more close quarters too, because we're going to the mine meantime, right? it might be better for them to not need that long range, you know.
So
That's what I'm thinking of las pistols.
in case you weren't like your power was playing up earlier, Jim. So where the mining camp is, you've got the building that you guys were housed in. Then it's an hour's march to where the mining camp is, the hole that you guys were digging in. So if you guys come up in the mining camp, you've then got to march. You've got there's not open terrain, but there is open terrain.
Exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're coming down, like you go up into the mountains, and then in the mountains there's a hole that you then were digging in. So you're coming down from the mountain. So you'll have the high ground technically, if that matters. But there will be a large.
It's just shooting uphill.
And again, it depends on how you guys plan this attack. If you do it all cavalier and you just charge in there, then yeah, okay, you might be more in close quarters. If you plan it out a little bit better, then you might be set up waiting for them to come to you. Depends on how you guys go about it. Again, you guys have done every option. Sometimes you've gone like really cavalier, just fuck it, let's go. And other times you've planned shit out. So I'm just giving you the option. But if you spend like a couple of days training the Izmirians, you might be able to get the Blood Skinners a +5 to their ballistic skill. That's all you'll really be doing.
Yeah.
To help them. They're by no means like your special troops that you have that you pay XP for. This is just
They're not stormtroopers.
Yeah.
No, I got that.
And a way to, get rid of some of the genetic dead weight.
Yeah.
As Cray has made the point, and the point has stood. That's why we have the meat shield squad.
We're out of this.
So you want some mercenary elites that you're hoping for the Sisters of Battle.
Yep.
So you need to go and do some trading at the Sky Tower.
Albie, how many of the salvaged las guns did you use for the multi-las?
All of them that were on my sheet. So if they are left on your sheet,
there's 14 with pistol grips in the cart.
Well, those are spare las guns.
Fucking hell.
So we don't have to go salvaging.
Oh, they are salvaged las guns, so they're unreliable, but they've got pistol grips, they've got 20-meter range.
Sounds good enough for this purpose.
They're probably just a little bit... No, they're not even... No, they're good for parts. No, don't use them at all. Fuck that. The las pistols are actually better, because they've got more range. They've actually got more damage.
I don't think those salvaged las guns were very good at all.
No, they're not. They're unreliable. They've got their 20-meter range. Their damage 1d10 plus 1. No pen. Instead, burst fire.
Didn't we need sort of like 4 of those to make one regular las gun?
It's three. It's 3 to 1. But if Cray does well on his rolls, he can lower it.
Yeah.
Probably a better idea to do that then.
It's probably because they are pistol grips, and they're basically salvaged carbines. It might not be a bad idea to at least let them practice with them as well as the regular las pistols. Especially because if they fuck shit up with that, like it's a little bit easier to throw away the cost rather than the 10 pristine not near pristine las pistols.
I'm good.
Okay.
So you're gonna have Cray not make las guns. They're just gonna have the las pistols or their ranged option. Yeah.
I mean, what? 14 divided by 3. Drop 2
Well,
for them. So.
it depends on how he rolls. Because if he rolls really well, then he's only
You want
using
to try and
2
convert some
to
of them
make.
into regular lasguns, Albi? Like, they can be used at a later date for other units as well, but for now, they're just salvageable scrap. Albi?
I can try and make them better.
So can I get a tech use test with a -10?
If Koenig can help, she will.
It's a good way to learn about lasguns.
That too.
I teach Lenny about lasguns. I also throw in my lasgun, so that will be total of how many?
Wait, how many have you got on your personal sheet?
I have 1 extra lasgun, but it doesn't change. It doesn't say damage, so I assume it's a normal one. Like one I already made.
I might be. Oh, yeah, that is one of the ones you've already made. But yeah, okay. So we have 14 salvaged. So if you put that one you already have
how
pre-made to one side.
What was a negative modifier?
-10.
Oh wow.
Okay, that one was 3 to 1. So you're down. You're down 3 lasguns, but you have another new one.
11 scrap, 2 pristine.
No. So if you're adding the one that Cray's
I'm
added,
adding the one
okay.
that Cray has. Yeah. So 2 pristine, 11 scrap left.
Do you want to go for another one?
Yes. I'll basically try to make as much as possible.
Sure.
Oh fuck. No, please.
Would you like to re-roll that one?
I should be shouting at you, shouldn't I?
Yes, you should.
It's just Heinrich in the corner going, "Let's go, Cray!" Oh fuck.
So you re-rolling that one, Cray? Or you keeping the failure?
I'll re-roll that one.
I can't shout at you till the next one, so I will shout at you for the next ones.
That one was with shouts.
Okay, so that's another 3 to 1.
That is 8. 8 to 3. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, we can. If we keep rolling like this, we get 2 more lasguns. Which does mean we get 5 at least. That's not bad. Oh shit.
Okay. So you get 2 for the was 7 degrees.
Wait, what?
So for 3 scrap lasguns, he got 2 lasguns for the 6.6.
We're 5 to 5.
And then for the 0.4 or 1 degree, it goes back down to 1.
Fucking hell. Okay, we have 2 scrap lasguns and 6 pristine lasguns, more or less.
So
Rebuild.
How many scrapped do we have now?
2 salvaged. 2 salvaged, which are the scrap.
Yes, so you can't roll again. That's unless you find another scrapped one.
There we go. 2 salvaged, 6 were furnished. So I'll get in the cart real quick and I'll remove those.
And that will basically take up half of your day today, Cray. So Cray has done his mechanical goodness, and you have your lasguns.
I am taking the rotting ploins from the barrel in the cart, and I'm throwing them onto the nearest fertilizer or fucking dung heap that they're using for fertilizer. Because we have 72 rotten ploins in the back of the truck.
Oh, yeah, we'll save that for another time. Yep, sure. No, you can do that. So you have the las guns. Cooney is going to train LZ, fine. Cooney's going to go and train the Izmirians.
Basically, we have what, 8 las guns, all in all. 2 that are just not that good though.
Oh, actually, technically, the Izmirians themselves have a salvaged las gun. If you want to take that from them, you could and attempt to make another one.
We gave them one, didn't we?
Yeah, you did. You did.
We let them play with this one. They had 10 shots and no way to recharge it. Fucking crazy ball. Let's go.
We're going for
one more roll.
One more roll. Yeah.
All right.
That's making us a 1.
You'll 100% get a las gun from this.
Yeah.
You actually get 2.
Hey. So we have 0 salvaged las guns.
So the Izmirians are like so happy that they've been given this gift from above, this thing that fires a shiny red light and leaves a smouldering hole.
And shots with it. I'm pretty sure they don't know how to fucking recharge it.
They're all happy, they're firing it off and like, oh wow, each one of them's had the chance to fire one, and then as it goes around to the 11th person, it's oh. But they praise it. They're like, "Oh, this is a relic from above. The leaders will recharge it. Will give us the juice of life." And as the leaders come over and they're all happy and excited, it's like, "Give me that. It's mine." Oh.
Real quick, because we got this from the fucking tech priests. Where did I put my sheet? For some reason, by the way, my sheets aren't on Roll20 anymore. They're pop-out windows. And I can't make them not pop-out windows.
Settings, like the cock.
Yeah.
Personalization and display, character pop-out windows. That.
Thank you.
I expect 5 internet cookies.
It's what?
I expect 5 internet cookies.
Okay. I will do that later. Hang on, I have to reload my fucking page now. There we go.
So, Cooney, can I get some ballistic skill tests from you? Can I get 5, all of them with -20s?
Jesus Christ. Am I able to assist in any way if I'm...
No, you were assisting Cray as he was taking the...
hang on, how are they training if they don't have the las guns?
Onus is... I guess Cooney could have asked for the...
training
for
with a rifle
battery.
is different than training with a pistol.
They get a stick and they need to show pew. The Dutch military training.
I imagine one of the...
I was joking about the Dutch, but apparently that's a real thing the Dutch had to do because the ammo was too expensive to train with, so they got the stick and they got to show the bang.
Sounds fair enough. I imagine that one of the las pistols or a salvaged las gun and a new pack was given to Cooney. As you come out and take the gun away, Heinrich can be like, "No, we need this now, Cooney." It's like, oh, well, here's a stick. Next stop, pew. Would you like to re-roll that first one, Cooney? You do have to give me 5.
I would, but I also would like to just mention that I would prefer to do it when we all had all the guns, but okay. I'll just re-roll. This is a 40% chance actually hitting, so.
Well, you're good with ballistic skill.
I am, but it's straight up just ballistic. -20. I have 63 ballistic.
Yeah, but Cray has like 90 intelligence. That's like you having to give.
He is mucho bueno.
Yeah,
Cooney
it's-
is
it's
just
not-
weak.
We only have
Cooney is
one
My,
weak.
guy.
my intelligence is like 76, though.
Yeah, that's a tech use thing, not an actual pew pew thing.
My tech use is 96 because I filled it out.
Yeah, I filled out my ballistic skill, which is 63, but that's it. How many words? That's one
5.
more.
Need one more.
One more. There you go. I passed one.
1, I think.
Yeah. I
1.
guess it just
The ranged expert.
It's very different when you can actually use the talents for stuff versus just the straight up thing
Yeah.
minus 20. So
Yeah, just doing the actual ballistic skill itself is a little bit just flat.
yeah.
If you could do shots, like actual showing them how to aim and shoot, that would be a little bit easier.
Yeah, it would. A lot easier.
Don't lie. Your rolls are shit, Jim. Don't lie to me. Have you seen
my
these
ballistic skill
rolls?
is 36.
91, 80, 29. I mean, you succeeded that one. 70,
Okay, so
97, 82.
Even
Like,
then,
even
my
with
target-
with your weapon aimed at, you're not hitting 90.
I would be hitting.
With-
Actually, no.
with
Is your
20.
weapon reliable? Because the 97 actually is a jam.
Your dice are just shit. Just be real.
No, it's not.
All right, give me one with your weapon, with your aiming and with a minus 20,
Okay.
and we'll see what your target is there.
I'll put it in just range. I'm not going to give it a short range. And I'll do this. Let me just check because I get bonuses from aiming.
I'd love if you rolled like 97 again.
Where are the bonuses? It's been too long since I played this. That's plus 1 degree of success. 14 doesn't count. That I shot is not for this. Okay.
I think your target's 73.
No, my
With the minus-
target would be 83 with minus 20.
Oh, you rolled a 73.
Yeah.
Oh, you rolled a
I rolled a
73.
five.
Where's the
5 for
60
location.
Oh, right, 65 plus 20. Sorry, 63 plus 20. Then okay. So
Yeah.
so 63 was your target. So I'll give you one extra. That last one you rolled a 62, so that one you would have hit. But all the others you still would have missed.
Yeah, in fairness, yeah, that was just kind of bad rolls.
Like I said, Jim.
I would have also passed on the 83 because my target is 83.
No, you wouldn't.
I have 1 degree of additional success.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, the 83 was a success.
Here's the.
So
the
I
80
would have passed
82.
3 and failed 2.
Oh, yeah, he's right.
How's the 80?
It's the because the 1 degree success is because he rolled a 73. So that would mean he has the target is 10 more. Or the target is 10 more than that.
No,
Yeah.
So
actually,
his target's 80,
I actually would-
83.
I would have
So
passed
there's a
4.
couple of extras in there. I'll give you that. There are a
I
couple
would
of
have passed
extras.
4 and failed once. Because I rerolled the first one, which was a 91, and I got an 80.
Yeah, it's just a 97. that
Oh,
would
yeah.
have- All right, fair enough. The Tau did a bit better than what the dice first said.
Four. Hang on, no, because you've only rolled 4 times then.
No,
You re-rolled.
he rolled.
No. I rolled 6 times, but I had to reroll the first one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, hang on. You had 4. Yeah, no, I was counting the ones you succeeded for some reason.
Yeah, not the actual dice rolls themselves. So where were we? So Heinrich, as you have been with Cray, egging him on to get the las gun sorted, you come outside to grab the last. You remember? Oh yeah, hang on. There's another las gun. Cooney's got it. You go out there, and you can see that the Izmirians are taking shots, and Kuni's, changing their firing position and actually, teaching them a firing position. And things seem to be going well. And then you go over there and you've ruined their fun by taking the last gun. Man.
I give them one of the built ones. Come on. Look, shiny. Ooh. Use that one.
Fair enough. A new praise dance comes along as they now have a new shinier with higher capacity lasgun. And the training continues. Sorry, that was 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. There. So pretty much the first day. So Heinrich, you have an option, because you do now have a trade route running. You would notice that the Izmirians have got another cart up and running. They are using your herd beast at the moment, but a cart is going from the outpost, which got deleted. There is an outpost underneath Plointree. To the Lost Village, or Lost Village 1. So if you wanted, you could send a message to the Sky Tower, rather than actually going over there yourselves, or you can go over there yourselves. It's up to you.
I think us going there would make a bit more of a emphasis on this, although it's going to waste a bit of time. So
we're not that ingrained yet to do it fully remote.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough. It's not that I don't trust them. It's more I would rather I would feel, especially as a nobleborn, that it would make much more of an impact because I'm coming by myself rather than just sending a message.
Okay, not a problem.
So I would wait until at least Cooney and Cray are finished and can allow the others to assist in the training. If like Enos or Timmy are able to assist like a little bit more in the practice with this.
So do you want to
I could send word initially. Oh, hang on. No. Do we have a cart ready and the third beast? So if we send message first for the trade, regards to the equipment we want, as well as a notice of important requests for counsel.
Sure, yeah, you can do that. You can send a note requesting that equipment be prepared.
I need to hand write this note in High Gothic and actually wax seal it, just to show like this that I am saying something of importance. Listen.
You don't really have a seal. You could get Cray to make you one, probably. It might take him an hour or two, but it is possible.
That's probably fine. Just while I'm out watching the rest of the Izmirians fucking shoot at a I don't know, like a fucking dead Sakoon corpse I've strapped to a fucking pole. So because there was 3 of them in the cart.
Cray, this is kind of up to you. Heinrich has requested a seal. So how do I do this? So you've got the option now, Cray, of making, like, he's giving you a design, whatever it is that Heinrich wants, and he's asked for a seal to be made. Now,
yeah,
for every -10 you add to your tech use, will add a +10 to the seal's quality. Oh. So if you roll flat, it is a poor quality. It is the worst of the worst. If you put a -10 on it, it's a normal quality and quite easy to forge. If you do a So it's -10 to good to normal, -10 to good, and then best.
-30.
So yeah, I think it's -30 to make like a best quality. This is really hard to forge.
I go for best quality.
But it's
I've
not
already specified I can't help you there because I'm going out to assist in the training.
it's
Or,
not
again.
going to look best quality because you're not using the best quality materials to make it. But as for forge worthy, this is a really difficult thing to forge if you're doing a -30. Plus your degrees of success also add on to the end result. I mean, yeah, then give me a tech use test with whichever minus you want to add on.
So -30.
Sure.
That's the best quality I can do right now.
Yeah. It'll look very plain. It'll look like just a normal seal with 5 degrees of success. So
Calm down.
Heinrich,
It was a 16.
It's actually
Yeah,
6
fuck no.
degrees. Actually 6 degrees of success. So Heinrich, if you want, you can add into your inventory that you have a Rogue Trader seal with 6 degrees. If you want to make that your official seal, you will need to like inform the Adeptus Administratum and have it all authenticated and this, that, and the other.
Question.
Yes.
With this many degrees of success, would I be able to sneak in a sneaky little Koken?
Yeah, that's like that. So this is literally you crafting, like taking
That's going
Heinrich's.
to get me killed, Albie.
you take like
That is going to get me killed.
Heinrich's main sigil, what he, his house sigil or what he wants his seal to show. And then inside of that design, you're putting other designs so that it's really, really difficult to forge. So sure, you could put as many details in the background as you like.
Well, there's at least a cock somewhere and a titan somewhere.
So
I don't actually have a house seal in mind. I'm curious what I can fucking do with it.
So Heinrich, it takes Cray a couple of hours, but in that time you've acquired some paper and quill and ink from somewhere, and you've written out your fancy letter, and you go and get the seal and you stamp it down. And it is intricate. It is far more intricate than what you thought Cray would probably whip up in a rustic shed that it looks like he has, but he has.
You put that together from what
never
scramble
underestimate the
and
man.
fucking wax.
Never underestimate the man in the shit. You two as British persons should know that.
Oh, I'm very, very well aware of what has been created in sheds. Marvelous places.
The British shit is about the most dangerous place you can be.
It
The
is.
fucking
It is.
accuracy internationals.
So we have. So yeah, you'll basically, Heinrich, you'll send your letter off, and that will arrive to them probably by tomorrow, somewhen.
I think it's like at least 2 days, isn't it? For especially by the because it goes to the deploying tree and then to the other one.
Yeah, and then from there it goes. It's about a day between, so it's 3 days, give or take.
Yeah.
Okay. But it'll be with them in 2 days.
Yeah, because we want to use up the remainder of our capital, or certainly some of the remaining of the capital. I want some more like the suits of armor. I don't need to worry about too much about the swords because we already have swords from one of the raids. So I think it's primarily just the chainmail for the blood skinners, and then the request for audience for council.
So I can't remember if you. I don't think you did. So you can send the letter, basically a bit of a shopping list, but you're also saying we are going to turn up, and we'd like to speak to the deacon and the sisters.
Can I spend like 2-3 hours teaching the one I'm handing the letter to bow when they hands it over?
So he
Like,
will
how
only
do you-
be handing it over to another peasant in the Lost Village.
Oh, okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's going to go to the Lost Village, and then from the Lost Village, it's in their hands. They'll take it the rest of the way. Yeah, that's what I meant by the 2-day thing, because it's a day to Ploying Tree and then a day to the
Fair enough.
Lost Village.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'll do that for next time when I have to dress one up as I get fucking. some weird shit.
Sure. Yep. So you don't need to do that, but you can prepare it for another time when you need a herald. You have to keep an eye out for a herald.
I'm wondering when I need to find a suit and a pig.
Well, you had a fancy hat at one point. You may still have that fancy hat. I'm not quite sure.
I don't think I had a fancy hat. I had a fancy fucking Xeno fur coat.
No, there was a fancy hat, because the fancy hat had a explosive in it, and it was meant to blow up when someone put it on their head. But they found out that
Yes, I remember that, the assassin hat.
So a hat does exist, I think, somewhere. It might have got crushed.
No, I think it's either in my inventory or it's in the cart.
So you've sent your letter for the equipment. That's what I was gonna. So letter for the equipment has been sent. You've done the training for the Izmirians, although that training will carry on over the next day or so. Cray's done the las guns. So with the squads. So now this obviously can change when you get closer to the enemy. But for now, we've got the meat shield squad. Is anyone going to be in control of that? Are you gonna
the meat shield squad?
Are you gonna put an NPC in charge of the meat shields? Is that something you guys want to take control of? I will put as the suggestion, putting a Timmy in charge of the meat shields. If he dies, it's not such a big shame. Just like if they die, it's not such a...
I'm thinking that...
just put Timmy there.
I was going to say, put Timmy there. Timmy can, be in charge of it, but I think the meat shields and the blood skinners are going to be very... not close, but in the me in charge that's probably going to happen, they will be close, and I'm pretty sure for a majority of my bonuses to work, I have to be amongst them. So, I am basically making them fearless.
For the elite squad now, because you have gone with 5 and 5, if you want, you can split it up. So, Heinrich, you're taking the melee fighters. Cooney, she's taking the ranged. You can do it like that if you want.
That's the thing. They can be... because we have the capital and stuff to get these guys all 10 of them fully equipped. They could be armed with swords and las guns.
There's not... So the point in that would be... There's no point giving las guns to someone who's going into melee, because it takes an action to swap between a las gun because they're not ambidextrous, so they can't use them both at the same time. They can use one at a time. I meant to give them a dominant hand, but I might just forego that.
It's like a 5% chance they have left-handed.
Yeah, some shit like that. If they do die, that equipment can get damaged. So if you want 5 of them to stay with Cooney and use ranged weapons like las guns, then the other 5 can charge up with you, Heinrich.
Okay.
But you can't really have them take ground and shoot unless you do them staggered.
At least give the ones with Cooney swords anyway as a backup weapon.
They all come with cleavers. They spawn in with cleavers.
Cleavers are fucking better, aren't they?
No, not really. Swords are better than cleavers because they've got balanced.
But we have an excess of swords. That's what I mean. We have an excess of swords at the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying, they spawn in with a spear and a cleaver. So
Yeah.
If you just, they can just have a sword, a spear, a cleaver, and a lasgun. You don't have to give them other equipment if you don't want.
Basically, basically, what I'm thinking is like the melee ones are they have sword, spear, cleaver, the chainmail armor, and the shields we have.
Yep.
And the range ones will still have, sword, spear, cleaver, the lasgun, and the chainmail for protection. Like the chainmail is the distinguishing feature for them now.
Sure. And so are we going to split that squad in two? So now you basically have a two elite squads, one ranged, one.
You happy with that?
Melee.
Are you happy enough with leading the ranged elite, Jim?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you happy enough leading the ranged elite?
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
who
okay.
wants the melee variant?
I'll take the melee variant for now, unless if we get a hold of the Sisters of Battle, I will probably request them and have Anus in charge of the melee elite. But for now, I will be in charge of the melee elite because we can't guarantee that we'll have allies from the what do you call it? I would fucking do both if need be, but yeah. Happy enough?
Yep. Just going over
Ray, you have
some notes.
you have the conversion beam fucking servitor, which is gonna rip shit up. You ever heard of deforestation? It's not exactly subtle, but
And then you've got the mercenary mercenary squad. Hopefully, Sisters of Battle. Cool. Right. So the 15 meat shields will also work as laborers. So when you need to mine out the old ruins, they'll act as your miners stroke laborers. Cray is going to have his surprise. Does that mean, so you guys would know that, well, you the players know that Cray's new toy is not going to fit. Are you going to take the extra time to mine out more space so that it will fit?
I would say I would at least strongly advocate yes, because it's a significant portion of our firepower.
yeah, it's
I
going to
would
be
agree.
a very useful piece of kit.
So I'll give it to Cray, because his mind is cybernetic, that he would know roughly the dimensions of the hole that you guys are planning to traverse. So you know before you get there, look, you're going to have to mine out some space to get the servitor down there. So you can plan in for extra food. You're probably going to have to spend at least a full day or 2 nights mining. So you will need to plan in food wise to bring extra.
Yeah.
So the last thing you guys really need to do then is go to the Sky Tower. Okay. So
I assume that if the servitor can pass through, the boat can't.
yeah, the boat definitely won't be able to go.
The boat is much larger than the servitor. Much wider.
Yeah, the boat definitely won't be able to make it through.
Sadness.
Sadness. We call it sadness.
So I'm just going to add something to my notes. Talk amongst yourselves.
So,
I wonder what
titties or bitties?
Oh boy. After the mining camp is taken over, I think we should go towards the Tau station.
Yeah.
Because then everybody would be geared enough to handle that.
Yeah,
So I think
geared
so.
and experienced, but if we get allies from the Sky Tower, we're not taking the allies from the Sky Tower to the Tau ship. No,
We shouldn't.
the Tau ship is probably going to be partially scrapped as well as partially corrupted. We're going to need at least flame gear for it, from what you have in character. From what you
Question
have
about that.
described to me.
Did we get any extra petroleum prometium
Good point.
while we return to the Princess Village?
No, there's been
That's
no
good on.
extra deliveries. You've had 3 in total, I believe.
3 or 4, something in that ballpark.
Yeah. But there hasn't been a new one recently. So, you guys end up spending the next 2 days going over things with the Izmirians. So you start off with your creating of las guns, training of the troops. Heinrich, you begin going over supplies, getting the I should just call him the cook by now, because he spends a lot of his time cooking nowadays, the smith or the miner, whichever one it is. You inform them that you're going to need extra rations for 2 to 3 days expedition. So they've got a bit of extra time to gather supplies. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, perfect time to have this event, I suppose. So on day 145, you guys, should we do 45? No, we'll do 44. So as you guys have come up with your big plan, you've given the Izmirians their shiny newish las gun. There's training been going on of shooting, and there's a buzz. There's a buzz in Izmir. The people know that something's going on. The strange red metally man has taken a load of blood from a load of people, and something strange is going on, and they're anticipating something great. For you guys, it was probably just a bit of an average, going about our day. But for them, it's something's happening. So, Cray, you've begun making your meat shield list of, okay, that one's fucked. That one's that's breeding stock. That one. And the Izmirians have got a bit excited, the drink has flown a bit easier and a bit freer on the 144th night. Celebrations have got a bit rowdy, a bit, kind of normal for Izmir, to be honest with you. For what you guys see on a daily basis, it's kind of the day-to-day kind of shit goes on. The sun has fully set. The bonfire is large, but the fire is growing, is coming down. It's not a full blaze. Drinking's going on. Obviously, the sounds of fornication, because it's Izmir. The sun has set. It's kind of a norm for you all now. When there is a chilling scream, a high pitch, blood curdling scream through Izmir.
I am going to go investigate. Quickly.
I follow them alongside along with the servitor.
Oh, hang on, you've got the servitor out of the box. Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
Is it? Have you taken it out of the box?
I mean, we haven't explicitly taken it out of the box, so
No,
Wait, hang on,
so
no,
far it's still been in the box.
The servitor's not in the. Is it in the box?
Yeah,
No,
it's in the box.
The cryopod's not. The servitor's not in the cryopod.
No,
The servitor was found.
no.
in a box.
But
the servitor was
servitor
found
was
in a
in a
box. It's brand
Oh,
new
yeah.
in the box. So
Jesus Christ.
is it still in the box, or have you taken it out?
I think it would be too meta to say I took it out just as we're doing stuff. If we didn't mention
You
it
can. If
before.
I wouldn't let you do it for a combat
This is going to
thing.
terrify all of them. It's fucking huge.
You know what? I mean, knowing my character, I probably would have did the unboxing before I started working on the last guns.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. So Cray is, as Heinrich is coming in to grab. We have to go back in time a little bit. As Cray comes in to grab Heinrich. Sorry, as Heinrich comes in to grab Cray from his workshop in the morning. He comes in to the smell of incense, the the murmuring chants of Tequo Lingua, as Cray is performing rituals of awakening upon the box, gathering the master. There it is. Gathering the master control. Why can't I pick it up? Why do you do this to me? Game. Why? He gets the master control number from the back of the box. And no, game. Why? And you catch him performing the ritual of awakening. I wish I could click on the token that I had kind of gathered for it, but the game isn't letting me at the moment, and I don't know why. This is really strange. So I've got a page with all my tokens on.
Yep.
I can't click on any of them.
Are you in the right layer?
I was about to ask that.
I have to be. I haven't switched layers this entire.
You may
Check it again anyway.
Check it anyway. There are some new hotkeys to switch layers.
Yeah.
How do I check layers, actually? This is a good point. I haven't had to check layers in.
Bottom. In the bottom left.
Bottom left corner, there should be one for like...
I swear that wasn't there before.
It's not. It wasn't.
That may have been why I couldn't click on the fucking thing earlier.
Are you in the GM layer?
Yeah, I was in the GM layer the whole time.
For fuck's sake.
Okay, do it.
I'm like, what the
Indeed.
Alright,
So,
Mr. Fritzy Power.
I've only...
Whenever someone... Sorry to interrupt, but whenever someone says, I'm not in that layer, and I'm certain of it, regardless of thing, always ask to double check.
I only have 2 tokens for Archaeotech servitors. They're not actually Archaeotech servitors, because, you try finding a picture of a fucking Archaeotech servitor. But these are the 2 options you have, Cray. Let me find the spec of... There we go. So, there are your 2 options. You have a literal man of iron walking around behind you, or you have what is, as far as I can remember, a original
Battle Automata.
No, I think that one's actually a...
That is actually Battle Automata. That is legitimately... No joke. I've just realized Archaeotech servitors or battle automata.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as a servitor before the fall, before the
So
the iron.
this
Before
one,
the
this one would be classed as one of the first servitors,
okay.
for the simple fact
Fair
that
enough.
this world was being attacked by the Men of Iron. That's part of its creation, world creation theory for the world. And that would have been a point where humanity had to find a way other than AI to control its robots, its battle automa. It's so like when Cray scans this thing, he will find an ancient brain that's inside, a little bit like Futurama. It's a head inside of a jar of goop. But this goo will be rejuvenate agent that keeps the brain fresh and clean, and whereas the Imperium, when the brain goes in a servitor, they just scoop it out and that one's dead. Get strip the parts, put it in another one. But I was sure this one was actually from a 30k Dreadnought token. I might be wrong. I
No,
put these
that's,
tokens in quite a long time ago.
I can't remember what it is, but it is a type of battle automata.
Oh, okay. So fair enough. I did actually add the correct token then. So yeah, it's up to you, Craig, which one you want following you around as a token. If you find a different token that you'd rather have for a Archaeotech Servitor, you can add it. But for now,
I like
essentially,
the left one.
Which one looks more like an army?
so coming back to
That is a Castellax pattern robot.
coming back
From the
to,
sea.
it makes sense that it would look like the robot, but they've just put a human brain inside
Yeah.
that's under control. Cray, you will notice this thing is far more intelligent than your standard servitor. So when it talks to you and gives you information back, it's got more personality and more. It's not just a servitor. It's Archaeotech. It has to be special. So over the next coming hours, as Cray's working, he keeps going back to the servitor and checking up. Okay, it's this these systems are operational now. We check on these systems so it's going to take a few hours, Cray, for you to get it fully operational. But as the sun sets and you've come out to have your dinner, this huge fucking servitor robot thing is just shaking the ground almost as it follows along behind you. The Izmirians are just like in shock. Let's just have a look. On a natural 100, someone dies. I think that's fair. No one died. There are people who are genuinely like terrified as this metal behemoth just is marching down the quiet streets of Izmir.
Understandable.
So when the scream is heard, I believe the Archaeotech Servitor actually has an auger device within it. So it would kind of already be moving in the direction of the scream as it informs you, Cray, as you are its master, that audio peak in direction gives you a direction which you would calculate, Cray, because you have your mapping software and it would use that as a guidance. As you see that Heinrich's moving over there and Cooney's moving over there, you follow along, and the Izmirians shrink in terror as this thing comes bowling through the narrow streets of the main Izmirian settlement. I imagine it is quite fast, to be honest with you, but I imagine Cray was the last one to get up. So as Heinrich, you come behind the trader's shop, and you're coming into the area where most of the Izmirians live, where it's more like tents and hovels rather than houses. You can see a group of Izmirians who have gathered are jeering, like they're making weird noises. A couple of Izmirians are poking out of their tents. They haven't ceased their activities. They're just now poking their heads out of their tents whilst continuing to see what the scream was about and what's going on. The scream continues as you hear a woman shout, "How dare you! Don't touch me, you filthy, filthy thing!" A slight shriek and
You forgot about
break
that, didn't you?
in her voice. As Cooney, you're now around the corner and you just hear the noise, the voice. Maybe in your head going, "Ah, yeah. Forgot about them." As another female voice shouts out a female name. Tess, why not? The other female voice shouts out for Tess, for Tess to see if she's all right.
Tiffany.
as the other member of the Skytarian peoples comes to check on her friend, you see a Izmirian who is grabbing, or was in the motion of grabbing, the Skytarian.
Skytarian. Sounds like
The milkmaid. The milkmaid has been assaulted. Yeah. Clearly, you can see grubby, dirty handprints on her rather clean clothes, and it does appear as if she has handprints upon her caboose and others upon her midriff. The Izmirians look completely shocked and utterly confused at what has happened, at what has transpired.
I have a question.
Of course.
Can we just shoot this guy?
You can.
I'm asking the Heinrich.
You could. However, it's probably not the most diplomatic thing to do at this moment.
I agree, but didn't we specifically tell Anus that she was out of bounds?
No, we didn't. We just set them loose here. And, of course, the Izmirians think like Izmirians. I would have put on as big a booming voice as I can and yell in, Gothic, "What's going on here?" More. I know they can't understand me, but they've probably heard this enough time for me yelling at them already.
Yeah, as you like shout out, "What's going on? What is this?" They all turn around and they all take notice that their leader is shouting at them, and they look kind of like, "What's going on?" In the background, there's an Izmirian who has just chucked another Izmirian woman over his shoulder and is just marching off to his tent. She doesn't seem to mind so much. The milkmaid, on the other hand, seems to not be so keen. And as the... I can't remember what we called her now, Trash or Triss or something like that. As the...
Jesus Christ, dude.
As the baker and the milkmaid, as they use their titles, will be like Goblin Slayer, will just use their titles. The Archer. Yes, the Archer over. The
elf.
The elf. As the baker embraces the milkmaid, tears in her eyes, Heinrich, tells you that she's been assaulted by this savage, that he just came over and picked her up and threw her over over his shoulders, and then grabbed her. She can hardly say it. Her caboose. He grabbed it greedily. She says that she's been violated, and that in Sky Tower this would never happen.
I will do like the Jesus Christ, Jim! I just saw your fucking message. Oh God. Okay, I am. I will give a quick bow of the head, and I'm going to continue talking in Gothic. For I. Oh, miss, I do apologize. We should have had more protections in place for you, but the Izmirians are a different breed. No, you are correct. This should not have happened, and this will not happen again. I invite them to take. Like it's sorry, both her and the baker are female. Is that correct? Or are they both?
Yeah.
They're both Skytarians anyway.
Yeah.
So
yes
I
and
am,
yes. You go.
Okay. I am inviting them both to basically take the rest of the day off, relax either in the office that was turned into basically a home, or rest in my fucking manor, or not manor, but fucking townhouse. Jesus Christ, I like that idea. Allow them to rest in a safer area, one that actually has locks and such, while I prescribe justice, so to say.
So as she's listening intently, and her expression changes, you feel this dum 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 dum, a shaking in the ground as her face goes white. The Izmirians around gasp as this huge robot that's probably bigger than their as bigger than their houses comes stomping its way through.
So, can I attempt to use charm to try and save face here, and like try and make it as if, yes, this was part of my plan all along?
Yes, you can use charm. You would probably get a +10
Oh shit!
to your charm.
Okay.
I'm wondering if the Izmirians should start like bowing and praying to the big machine.
Fucking 7. Fucking.
So, Heinrich, taking on his absolute best human resources-esque demeanor, sits her down, gets her a warm cup of ploin juice, gives her something sweet, like finds one of the sweets from one of the boxes that you collected, one of the Archaeotech ones, gives her a piece of chocolate. It's like, okay, my dear, just take some breaths, just calm down. So let's go over this, right? Well, you should be compensated. The man will pay. He will suffer. You bring out a whole strategy of how things will be changed, of how things can be improved.
I'm not even saying any of that. I'm literally just that invitation for her to rest, and like calling for whoever to come and bring.
Oh no,
the
8 degrees of success, Heinrich. The full human resources mannerism has come out. There's a full schedule.
I want to make good use of the fucking massive servitor behind me. So when I didn't expect it to be coming, so when I feel it like fucking tremble the earth behind me, I see a face and just say, as I said, consequences.
He gasps and looks horrified up at this machine, but then looks back at the evil Izmirian and seems like, yes, justification. Yes, butcher him. Izmirian still doesn't know what's going on. He looks just terrified at the fact that...
He doesn't know what the fuck's going to go on either.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like, get her the fuck out of here with her friend. Like, let them have the day off, rest, drink fucking ploin wine or whatever else.
So you have not lost any reputation with the Sky Tower. You with 8 degrees of success. You definitely didn't.
Jesus
What would you like to do with the Izmirian?
Okay. I am going to call Mothermouth and Enos over.
They appear.
Are the Sky Tyrants? I specifically want them away. I don't want them to see this.
Yeah, it seems like the milkmaid wanted to watch, but the baker is like, no, come, my dear, come. Let's just be away from here.
They're getting the chance to stay in a very nice place and drink wine and have a time to relax and drink tea and whatever else. Go do your womanly things in the house.
Get in the house, dear.
Christ.
This is the men's work.
Fucking hell.
Let's have a party. No. How are you gonna deal with this, Heinrich?
Okay.
A transgression has happened aboard your ship, Heinrich.
Yeah. See, this is going to sound really fucking stupid, but how distinct is the guy that grabbed her ass?
He looks like pretty much.
Is he?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go
He
ahead.
looks
Go
like
ahead. Go
pretty
ahead.
much any other Izmirian. Doesn't look anything special, but he does look older. He is probably in his 30s, late 30s.
I am older than everyone here.
Kind of, since the he probably is one of the oldest people in the community. Now the elder's gone.
Yeah, but I'm still older than all of them, even the elder.
Well, you don't look it, but they do.
Yeah. Sorry, Jim, what were you going to say there as a suggestion?
No, I was just going to say we should really make an example out of him, even if we don't kill him.
Yeah, no, I do intend to. So this is why I want Mothermouth and Enos over, and Timmy, or Timmy, whichever one is actually.
Timmy, come over. No, they're both here. They were ploughing into some chick in a couple of tents away, so they both pull out and come over.
Wow, for the first time in their fucking lives.
I mean, they did get upgraded into, official posts.
Well, a name doesn't necessarily give you, a lot of benefits.
Kind of does. Like, one of them got to execute the old man in front of everyone.
True. But if you were to look at
the
his
other
stats,
one also came back as like, oh, look at all the cool shit.
If you were to look at their stats compared to any other, blood skinner, they haven't improved much. But
we're not talking about stats. We're talking about status.
Status within the community, yes, that has improved. Yeah. True.
Well, that's it. I was gonna make it. Oh fuck no. I will type that. I am not saying it.
Yeah, all the important people have gathered to see what's happening and what the punishment's going to be, or they get the feeling a punishment's coming because there's a tension in the air.
I do get it.
Quite the honour, quite the privilege.
Oh boy.
I am never saying that out loud. In fact, I'm deleting it.
There was a time once long ago when we weren't allowed to post certain things in the server. That time has passed, I believe.
Okay. So I'm announcing to them, and I'm having Mothermouth translate and telling Mothermouth to translate and have Enos repeat it as well. Mothermouth and Enos to repeat it so everyone can hear. Shit. Fuck. Customs between Izmir and the Sky Tower are very different. The acts and customs of Izmir have been allowed to carry on, as is your rights, but they are not to bleed with the others. Those of the Sky Tower, or those from outside of Izmir, are not to be touched. Not in that way, and not in other ways. They are allies, but they are not from here. Do with your people as you do, but do not touch outsiders. Not like that, not ever. I draw the I will draw like the actual oh fuck, which one was the one that actually looked like an officer's sword? The officer's cutlass. I'm actually drawing the officer's cutlass here. I don't point it at anyone directly, but I will reach out and grab the Izmirian who grabbed the woman by the wrist. Like I could tell from like the marks. You know, it's dirty and grubby. So he's left like a kind of semi-distinct handprint on her bosom and buttocks. Right.
Yeah, and everyone
so
at this point has kind of circled him as a pariah. As fuck, I'm not taking the blame for this.
I could tell basically which hand was used the most kind of way, like which was his dominant.
Yeah,
hand.
there's definitely a show that his right hand is cleaner than his left.
Okay, so what I will do is I will have him kneel and keep his hand at my level. I will ask Mothermouth to translate that he should confess to what he did, and he will keep his hand.
So let me just do a what one would be a skill be better, or would it just be we'll just do an intelligence and fellowship roll. See, holy shit, he didn't actually. Holy fucking! Hang on a minute, something's wrong here.
Rolled an 8.
Oh, I rolled an 8 for that one. Oh, I rolled a 27 for that one.
Exactly 27.
His exact intelligence. He understands what you're saying. He ponders for a while. And he has to ask a question, which is then translated a couple of times till it reaches you.
Yep.
So he doesn't understand what he did wrong, other than that what he did was to someone not from Izmir, but they were meant to treat the people as if they were from Izmir. So he doesn't understand what he did wrong.
Okay.
In the sense of they were meant to be treated, nicely and treated as if they're so.
They treat them as one of your own bit too literally.
Yeah.
Ooh. What was the old man's name again?
Which old man?
The old man that we killed, who used to be in charge of the town.
His name was Elder.
Yeah.
I can
the
tell you
elder.
that much. His name was Hang on. Wait, his last name was Plopper.
Yeah. Despite the fact he had never had a solid shit in his life.
There you go. That's his.
Potteridge Plop. The expectation was for them to be treated and welcomed, but not all ideals transfer to others. That ideal is too much. I'm not saying this like aloud. Well, maybe actually, yeah, maybe I would. Because he did question me in front of everyone, so I'll have to make sure like he knows, or like everyone knows, like, yeah. So that ideal is too much aligned with Potteridge Plop's way of rule, and not fuck. What was their name for the fucking emperor again? Sky King.
Yeah, Sky King, Sun God,
The Sun God.
the
Yeah.
Golden Path.
The Golden Path. It is too much akin to Potteridge Plop's path, and not the path, and not the Golden Path, not the path of the Sun God, of the Sky God. It is too abrasive for the outsiders. Treat them as you would a friend, but not a bedfellow. I'm expecting them to translate this a little bit.
It is being translated.
Yeah.
He looks up from his kneeling position up at you, Heinrich, and he seems to understand, and then Muttermouth adds on something else, which he looks at, and then he nods, and Muttermouth just turns to you and says, I told them to treat outsiders like fettits. No one fuck me here ever.
Yeah, but they didn't treat you all that fucking well either, did they? Not at first, at least.
He shrugs, and much better now.
Yeah.
But the Ismirian kind of
I like that
nods.
idea. I like that idea. Like, I'll probably actually have them bellow that out. Like, how would you treat a fetid? How would you treat a fetid now that you've seen what they can do, what they will do alongside us?
He's nodding, and he says something, and again it gets translated a few times. And he basically said, I understand we don't reproduce with fetits. We don't reproduce with members of the Sky Tower, or the how would they'd probably call them smooth skin. To be honest.
The Fallout ghouls?
Kind of, because his myriads have all got rough and scaly skin as part of their mutation, whereas the people from Sky Tower don't. So, yeah, smooth skins, it'll work.
I'm not going to shout this out. I'm just going to have Muttermouth mutter to him. Something like that at the Sky Tower would have you killed. I do not want you killed. What I want you to do is to get better. Be better. Follow the golden path. And all I will do is score his hand once that's been translated, and he nods. I will ask him to nod in acknowledgement that you understand me. Once he does, I will just score his hand of a remembrance.
Yeah, I was expecting you to take his hand. Now remember this. For the rest of your life, you'll be the first in the meat shield wave. Yeah, sure, you can do that. You cut his hand, and he winces, but he is a man. He winces, and he wraps his hand in a dirty rag that he pulls out from his crack, probably. Wraps it up. So yes, nods and is all humble and probably does a type of bow, gets on, not prostrates himself, but the Chinese version of bowing. He humbles himself before your feet. They don't quite understand groveling, so he's not like grasping at your feet and kissing your toes, but he has humbled himself, and
Jesus Christ. Okay. No, I will just ask like I'll ask Mothermouth, Thomas, and Eunice to ensure like that ideal is mentioned. That's the goal.
Sure, you can do that.
The next person will lose their hand. The one after that will lose their head.
Sure, that message can be delivered to the Izmirians. So keep in mind, they do only have a rough understanding of the Emperor.
Yeah.
They've never met a confessor. The closest thing they had to a confessor was can't remember her name now.
Abby.
Unit's character. Abby, that's the one. She was the closest thing to a confessor this group had ever come across. So, I no idea. Maybe another NPC that needs to be acquired from somewhere. Yeah, sure. They will attempt to correct their moral compass, at least to the point where they're not just going to grab your guests when you have them, or your new recruits. Sure. So you didn't lose any so if you'd cut his hand off, you would have lost some morale within Izmir.
I thought that. Not gonna lie, I kind of thought that.
Yeah, I was expecting it. I was like, yeah, well, they would understand. It won't be that much. It would just be a little bit. If you'd like killed him, it would have gone down a lot more.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, because you chose a better route, an educational route. Yeah, you haven't lost any morale. Morale has stayed the same. And you didn't lose any morale or reputation, that's the word I'm looking for, with the Sky Tower. So, as we technically skip forwards in time because we come up to day 146, where in the next episode you guys will head off to the Sky Tower to acquire your last lot of goodie bits before actually moving on to attack the mining camp. So, a big battle and some dash dreams to look forwards to in future episodes. Certainly hope you'll all be there to join in and watch. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
Fucking what?